yeah, if you want to start now.
So maybe you want to explain.
Yeah, give
Just
some more context.
yes.
So we are trying to discuss on the first topic, which is like, what is the difference between project board and a label in context of issue or pull request? So my understanding, I was thinking like we can use labels to distinguish by saying these teams have stake in this, and the project board will define like which team will actually work on it. So that's how like that was what I was thinking about. I want to discuss since you like what. Yeah, sure, guys, you comment.
Yes. So the issue was that if you put it in one board, then the SIG taking care of also like the second SIG take care of the issue, won't see the issue because it's the wrong board for them. So maybe we could. I don't know if it's a good idea, but like when you add the second SIG label, you could tag also a team member from SIG. Um, I don't know if it's a good idea though, because people might forget to do that. But yeah, people
Let's
could look up. Sorry, just issues with labels, and yeah, I don't know.
yeah, like just to address both the question, right? Even Gage had the same similar question, like if the team, if SIG guys have opened this issue, how can they track it if they're not putting it into their board? Uh, so from my perspective, if something is on the board, uh, the team is working on it, right? Like you would try to move it between backlog, new, or uh, based on these columns and get it to done somewhere, right? But if SIG guidance have opened this up uh, and they are not going to work on it, it's just a tracker issue, right? It's just tracking that this work has to be done, but still they have to contact someone from the DevSecOps team to do it, right? That's how we actually did it, right? Like when you found out this was an issue, you contacted Christoph from the perspective of DevSecOps, then you tried to complete this. So I was not sure, like, if someone is putting the issue on a board and they're not going to work on it, like, why should it be on the board itself? That's how I came up with this because I saw something was an usability and DevSecOps table at project boards, but one team would not even care about it. It will just keep on tracking it. They just open the issue so the other team can fix it. So I wasn't sure either. Uh, or we can do vice versa. We can maybe add the multiple teams to track their issue and then remove the label and just keep that label, which team would work on it. So in this way, there would be project board stack guidance as well. Uh, and there would be only label DevSecOps, and that way we would know only SIG DevSecOps is working on this. Uh, do you think we should change it? Yeah,
I
that's
think it's a
another.
good idea, actually. Yeah.
So in instances where two SIGs are working on it, like they both have work to do, would
Yeah,
it
and
would you just keep both of them then?
yeah, so like if both teams are working on it, they will add two labels. Like uh, if you're going for the label, then we will say even Excel props and SIG guidance both are going to work on this. This so like based on which pattern we follow, it'll go through that. Suppose if you follow the pattern of project identifying which teams are working, then there will be two or three SIGs added to the project board. If you're going for labels, then two to three labels. That's what I was thinking.
Okay.
So, uh, from a newcomer's point of view, suppose I look at this issue uh, and I have to know which teams are working on this, then I don't know how to contact them. How would that's what came up with this question. Like, how would we know which teams are working on it? Is it project board? Is it label? That's what I was thinking. But I guess we can discuss further if you guys feel. Let's try it out and then see if this actually helps or not.
So should we document it somewhere for people to know how to actually read labels and project boards?
So there's another topic like in core, we keep all these contribution documents and how to trace through these repositories, right? If we move those documents into .github directory, all this will show up in every project, and people can actually go through them. So we can describe everything in core repository. I think that's where it is described on what the label does, the project board does. I think we just need to refine it once we come on consensus.
Okay.
Okay, so if we don't have a hard feeling on this, we can like try to see like how what we come up with, and then we can revisit it next time in the same board. So thanks for your thoughts. I think the next topic is adding Python. Oh, this is for endpoint, adding an endpoint gauge.
Yeah. So I just thought of this today. I was looking at other sites that did package analysis, and a lot of them have autocomplete. So you type in like PA and like pandas might pop up or any other sort of suggestions. So I guess this is more of a question for is this like a possible thing? I know we can filter by exact package name, but can we filter by sort of query by like I don't know, sort of part of a package name in the database, or is it not set up in a way that allows that?
So are we looking for so like if suggest is the package, we want to get all the information. Is that what you're asking?
Suggest would be the endpoint. It'd be suggest with some parameter like PA. But so like for example, I the routes doesn't matter, but
yeah,
you put anything in, you give it to the database, and it will tell you like top 5 or 10 results that it matched.
So is this about adding like a regex query to storages?
Essentially, yeah. I mean, I thought it could just be that filter thing I put down there. I think that would just work.
Mhm.
But I don't know how our database is exactly put together, so if it really supports that type or if it's even efficient to do something like that.
When you say the top results, like do you mean alphabetically? I think that's it.
The what?
When you say it would display like the top results, like you mean alphabetically, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Or I mean, I guess, yeah, alphabetically. So I mean, this is what I was looking at. If you just search anything in that search bar, it will give you autocomplete of packages. And I think it would be a good usability thing.
like this. Oh,
Yeah, like PA, and then you get pandas, or I mean, in this case, it's a lot of other stuff, but in our case, it would just be packages, Python packages.
so like auto searching. See?
Yeah,
Yeah,
some autocomplete. Like
yeah.
all they're doing is just sending their backend request with PA and say, hey, this is a suggestion. And
Yeah,
then it'll send back a list. And it doesn't need to send back like any sort of metadata about the package. It really can just be the name.
Yep. I think you have already described the solution. I think this should work. It's like API will also take these kinds of like parameters. So Yeah, we can try it out.
Okay.
So, are you using user API for these things?
I think this might have to, well, it would have to be a joint between user API and storages, because I don't think storages supports this type of query right now. I don't know if anyone can back me up on that, but
I don't think we do any regexes and storages.
okay. Yeah. I don't think it's not possible though, right?
No, I feel like it should definitely be possible.
Okay. Cool. All right. I'll make some issues.
Sounds good. And also, I think we use SQL Alchemy, so it should have those predefined on how to do these kind
Yeah.
of regex
that-
checks.
That little code snippets from the SQL Alchemy docs, I think.
Awesome.
Cool.
Any other things for today? Any other topics you would like to add? If not, I'll stop the recording.